Hey everyone, welcome to Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and the big question today is that will this work? The new management team, they were introduced today. Will this actually work? Will Henrik and Daniel Sedin actually, with the help, of course, of Ryan Johnson, will all their hard work actually lead us to our first ever Stanley Cup victory? Let's talk about this. It's going to be an interesting one. So glad you're here. All right, so this news is a lot. There's a lot of excitement in Vancouver land. Guys, girls, whoever's watching this video tonight, tomorrow, whenever, I mean, how can you not be excited about the Twins being a part of this roster? And of course, Ryan Johnson has paid his dues. Former Canuck, brought a Calder Cup championship to Abbotsford, first ever time to do so. I mean, so there's a lot to be excited about, right? And I am excited. I am excited. There's just a lot of questions that I have, and I mean a lot of big questions, because this is the biggest one right here. Will the Twins and Ryan Johnson lead us to win our first ever Stanley Cup? And we hope so. We hope so. This is the hope, the goal now. The question is, when will the will the owners be patient enough to see these guys do it? I am very surprised that the Canucks management, after this extensive research, went with Daniel and Henrik and Ryan Johnson. Guys, I thought they were going to go in a different direction. I thought it was going to be an Evan Gold from the Boston Bruins, outside people coming in. Now, we had that already with Alvin and Rutherford, so that didn't work. And maybe there's part of it where it's like homegrown talent and homegrown people and people you know, people you trust. But the question is, can they do it? Will this work? Will this actually pull off? Can they pull this thing off? And I don't know the answer to that question. I, as a Canucks fan, want to say yes, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Now, here's the big questions I have about these guys is, first of all, Henrik and Daniel, listen, great players, great human beings, have helped the organization. But if we're honest and just like a little bit real about this, okay, because I do passionate, realistic, and honest content, they're former players who have been helping players develop in Abbotsford and a little bit in Vancouver, and they get promoted all the way to president? Does that, yeah, I mean, obviously former players have become this and done a really good job, but do they have the skill set to pull this off? Like Jim Rutherford came in with a lot of experience, right? Had a difficult time here. Was only planning on being here 2 years, ended up being here 4 years. The last 2 years have been horrible for him. He's going to stay as an advisor role. So I believe he's going to mentor these two guys, which is great. Okay. That's my assumption. I haven't read anything about that. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. I'm just sitting here watching these guys do their stuff. And it's like, I really hope that they are going to help turn this franchise around, because you got every opportunity to do it. And Acklin is sitting here, you have my full support. And then at the press conference today, they're like, what, a lot of ownership's been criticized. What do you think it's going to be like to work with him? Is it going to be restricted? And what are they going to say? What are they going to, yeah, he's going to toe that, it's going to rein us in, of course they said, no, 100%. Whatever we decide, he's going to do it. I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll see. And I hope you're right. I hope he has full confidence in the Twins and in Ryan Johnson. And listen, at least Ryan Johnson has general manager experience, even if it's at the AHL level. So former players can become great general managers, great presidents. We know that, okay? But will these guys, with this disaster of a team, turn this around, and how quickly? Now, they talked about that in the press conference. how long do you think it's going to be? They said that what it's going to be. And the thing about these three guys is I feel like they're going to always answer the right way. Where Rutherford's like, I'm just going to tell you straight. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking at this situation and I'm going, oh my goodness. Like for example, Marcus is here. He says they need to get the analytics department going. That's a must. Absolutely. There's some things that need to happen, right? There's a nasty rumor. There's a nasty rumor about Evan Gold wanted too much of a high salary, and then they lowballed him, and that's why we didn't get him, and then we went with him. So there's crazy. I'm not saying that's true. If it's true, it's brutal. Okay, but the what's wild to me about this is that we're going with a rookie president and rookie co-presidents, not just a president, and rookie NHL GM. Now, Ryan Johnson, I remember Thomas Drance saying, when you listen to his press conference, you're going to be impressed. This guy knows what he's talking about. And you know what? I was impressed. I was impressed by Ryan Johnson. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys work together. They've already worked together in Abbotsford. We know that. They've probably got good chemistry. They're happy to do this together. Can they pull it off? And we're going to find out. So just a reminder, everyone, I keep saying this. I keep putting this in the banner. We need to rebuild this team the right way. That's what we're talking about. It's not about time frame. It's about doing the right things. We're not going to say it's going to take us 3 years, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, 14 years. They didn't say that. They didn't. Good thing they didn't bite on that. You know what I'm saying? So smart. Don't bite on that. That's dumb. That's a loser's gamble, loser's game or whatever. But there's a big difference between playoff pretender and cup contender. And I'm just like, can we win a cup with these guys? Because they're going to have to make some major changes. Then the next big question that's out there is Adam Foote. What about his future? Are they going to keep him for one more year or find someone else? And if they do, and he posted this in comments, okay, because I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Adam Foote's future. Keep him for one more year or find someone else. And if you want to find someone else, who would you go get? I know a lot of people talk about Bruce Cassidy, even Knobloch, who just got fired from the Edmonton Oilers. Some people have suggested him. There's one other guy that people keep suggesting. Who's the other coach? I forget the guy's name. Anyways, I don't think. Manny Malhotra. How do you forget him? Manny Malhotra is the guy who I just think is going to be the next Canucks coach. I just think that's what's going to happen. Adam Foote's future, though, is very, very interesting. I don't think they keep him, but we'll find out. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. And maybe they're just like, hey, we want to tank one more year. We got the ultimate tank commander and Adam Foote. I know it's kind of brutal to say that, but I mean, that's what a lot of people think, right? But should we keep him? Should we keep him? That's what they have to decide, right? Now, Marcus says, clean house on the coaching staff. It was such a gong show. Absolutely. Yeah, and Shane, good to see you. So I thought the questions were boring and the announcement didn't seem exciting. And the Twins said the rebuild is going to be slow and things need to go slow. I love Daniel and Henrik. Sedin, they were my favorite players when they played. Yeah, that's great. That's great. A lot of people want us to bring in Malhotra, right? Major General says it starts with caring. These guys do care a lot. I agree. We'll see what happens. Okay. But they will be here, Justin. You're right. Here for the rebuild. Trev, someone else will be brought in by the time this team is ready to compete. It's just how it goes. It's possible. So Chipper wants Bruce. There it is. I don't know about that. Hey, Jared, good to see you. How you doing, man? Okay, so let's move on. I think they're going to move on from Foote. I really do. And then there was the EP40 conversation, and I feel like it got a little bit awkward. So they asked, what are you going to do? What's your plans with EP40? Obviously, he hasn't produced in the last 2.5 years well, or to expectations. Ryan Johnson's answer was excellent. He's like, I'm going to have No expectations for him at this stage. I just want him to come and play, and just we're trying to get him to get back into that routine kind of thing and get going. And I don't mind that answer. I mean, it's like, yeah, well, that's what everyone kind of said, but there is expectation. There is expectation. For example, the way the Twins answered this conversation was a lot more awkward. And they're like, talking about Elias Pettersson, the number one thing they talked about was like, people need to come to the season ready to play and in shape. And that's what you can control as a player, and you can't control much else. Dude, guys, this is your highest paid franchise player of all of you know what I mean, of the entire history of the Canucks. And we got to have a conversation about practice, off-season workouts. Are you kidding me right now? You didn't come ready to play 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. How is this acceptable? It's not. It's just not. Okay. And so hopefully, I think that the draft could bring us a winger like a Stenberg that could help EP40 for sure. So we'll see. Listen, Rutherford's thrown EP40 under the bus with his lack of preparation. Alvin has thrown him under the bus for not living up to the contract. Alvin got basically fired for this, like one of the main reasons, right? Didn't pan out. And then now you got Daniel and Henrik. The rumor is that Daniel and Henrik and Elias Pettersson don't get along because Elias Pettersson doesn't really like Daniel and Henrik. That's the rumor. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying that's what I keep hearing. If you can't get along with Daniel and Henrik, come on. So we'll see. I mean, he's got to have a bounce back year or 2 years or whatever. Like, he's got to start earning his contract, right? Then the other big thing is this. Who will this new Canucks management team draft this draft? Who will they draft this draft? That is going to show. And I'm not just even talking about third. I'm talking about the Minnesota pick. I'm talking about the Canucks second round pick, the Sharks second round pick. Who are they going to? You're going to see a lot of telling things. And all these people are like, we need less Swedes. We need more Canadians. Well, you just hired one Canadian and 2 Swedes. And that's fine. I don't care what country they're from. What I care about is that, can they do the job? Can they bring us Lord Stanley's Cup? That's it. So I'm hoping we land Stenberg in the draft. Absolutely 100%. That's the guy. Obviously, I don't think we're getting McKenna. I think it's a pipe dream. But Stenberg can be in play if San Jose picks a defenseman, a right-handed shot defenseman, which it makes sense too. They could go that way too. If not, are they going Canadian boy with Verhoeff or Canadian boy with Malhotra? Are they going that way, or are they going Carson Carl's Canadian boy? Guys, are they going that way? Are they going to go Stenberg? Are they going to go Viego Bork, trade back and go get Viego Bork? Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to go Chase Reed, go with the American? There's a lot of good players that are available. So, yeah, that's a good question to ask, right? So, yeah, it's very, very interesting. Jack says, if they pick Malhotra, I'm out on the new guys. I don't care. They're franchise icons. I'd be livid. You know what? I don't think you can just end it after one pick, Jack. But I know you're welcome to fan any way you want. You're fandom any way you want. Okay. But I think most people are like you. Overall, we like the hires, but you can't just like that third pick. It has to be this guy or we're out. You know what I mean? If they pick Malhotra over Stenberg, then I might have a bit of a problem with that. But yeah, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, so these are some things. Who will they draft? We're going to find out real quick, okay? Then the other thing is this. Which Canucks current players do you think this new management team will move this offseason? Will they actually move EP40? Will they trade DeBrusk? Will they trade Demko? They're not going to re-sign Evander Kane. By the way, did you see the interview Evander Kane said? It's like, hey, you know, are you going to sign back? Are you going to go back? And he's like, I'm a free agent right now. He's like, well, they could sign you back. And he's like, oh, I can sign with any team I want. I mean, Evander Kane's not coming back. They're going for a clean slate there. A smart move, right? Smart move. So we're going to find out if they can do this. We're going to find out. We're going to go all in and find out what's going to happen with this roster, with this team. But which players are they going to trade? Are they going to trade Hronek? Are they going to trade Höglander? Are they going to trade Drew O'Connor, Marcus Pettersson? I don't think they're trading the young guys. Who are they going to trade? Who's on the table? Who's off the table? Who's interested? That's another thing, right? So I'm going to dive into your guys' comments in just a second, even though I've already doing there. Okay, just one last thing, and I want to hit the promo, and then I'll get into your comments. So please post some comments in here. There's a bunch of you posting them, but I'll get to them in just a second. All righty, let's dive into some comments. Missed a couple at the top. That's the best of the Canucks. That's the best of Canucks that the Canucks could hire in terms of management as Rutherford's successors. It's possible. It's possible. It reminds me of how John Schneider got promoted to a Major League Baseball big league manager for the Blue Jays, who almost won the World Series last year. I mean, a lot of teams have done this, right? I like what Marcus says here. It sounds like accountability is a major thing with their culture rebuild. I agree. Have I ever told you the 2024 draft story? No, I don't think you have. Maybe you have. I just can't remember. I was in a seafood place when the draft started. Oh, okay. I'm not sure where this is leading, man. Okay, usually Jack says, I agree with you, but I'm very against Malhotra at 3, especially if we lose Manny because of that. Manny is a great coach. Take him. I hear what you're saying. Yes, I did see the Kane on, not on the press conference, but on his stream. I did talk about that. I hope they keep Douglas. Yep. But I mean, it's going to be dirt cheap to keep him. West says, Hronek Besser for Jason Robertson. I'd consider that. I'd consider that for sure. Jack says, I do like that the plan is to take time and rebuild. I like the sound of that. Absolutely. EP40, Louis Erickson Jr. I mean, it's I think EP40 at this stage has been worse, but I don't know. Hard to say, right? So, oh my goodness, guys. I hope this works. I really do. I hope this actually works. How long is this rebuild going to take? We're going to find out. But again, like I said at the beginning of the season, buckle up. It's going to be a ride. It's going to be a bumpy ride for a while. So, I don't know, man. Jack says, don't want Robertson, need draft picks. That's fair. It's true. Maybe they should ship out EP40. I got an EP40 video coming up soon. You might like, as long as the Canucks just lock in. Yep, lock in. Take time. They got the cup. There you go. I like the optimism. It would be a miracle if they traded EP40, but yeah, there's a lot going on. This is just so interesting how this season has played out. How quickly we switched to the rebuild. We intentionally tanked. We didn't win the draft lottery. We're picking third. We'll see how that goes at the end of June. But you know what? It's Henrik and Daniel to the rescue like they did before on the team. We'll see Ryan Johnson to the rescue. I'm excited to see what they're going to do. Hope they do well. I'm going to cheer them on, guys. I am going to cheer them on. So I am absolutely stoked. By the way, guys, like my new shirt? This is so cool. I am so pumped. The old Slam magazine, Sean Kemp, Rain Man, Gary Payton. I am so pumped the Sonics are coming back. I am going to be all in on the Sonics. I'm going to, like, the Bulls have been my team since day one. Well, not really. Yes, day one, watching the NBA. I've loved the Bulls and the Sonics. And when the Sonics left, I was really upset. Then the Grizzlies came to town. I was so excited. And then they left. That sucked. And so I've just had the Bulls. And the Bulls have been terrible since prime Derrick Rose, because his injury killed us. And then it's been bad. So when the Sonics come, I'm all in. I've already got my t-shirt ready. Sean Kemp, Superfly, Superfly. And great player. Miss those days a lot. So it is confirmed, Jack, that it's the Sonics, and I believe it's confirmed it's the Sonics and Vegas are both going to get a franchise coming up. And I don't think it's this season. I think it's the following season. So the mini pick we got is 24th. I think so. No, it depends. If Anaheim advances and now that Minnesota's out, we can drop, I think, all the way down to 22. So AMC, good to see you. I think we got the 24th pick, but we'll see. Nicholas, bottom line, the Twins have unfinished. I don't even know who won, Vegas or the Ducks. So if Vegas won, then we got 24th. I didn't see that tonight. Bottom line, Nicholas says the Twins have unfinished business, as you can see it in their demeanor. For sure. Everyone wants to win, though. Canucks on center. I'm loving this move. Sedins are a calming presence to this chaos. That's a fair take. Vegas just won. So now we're good. So is the draft lottery rigged? I don't think it is. I just think that we want someone to blame, so we're going to do that. Okay, Vegas won. Vegas won badly. Jack hates the Vegas Golden Knights. Okay. Guys, if we believe in our scouts, 4 picks in the first 2 rounds, there are hidden gems. By the way, here's the other thing that nobody's talking about, and I'm going to keep pounding this drum. Those 4th round picks and everything that we've been trading like candy, Blake from Carolina has been ripping up the playoffs, and he's a 4th round pick for that Hurricane team. He scored the game winner, I believe, the other night to sweep Philly. Like, guys, that's a 4th round pick. We got to keep our picks and develop them. Stop trading picks. Didn't work. So yes, you're right. We need to just pick and develop for sure. Roy, the Sedins and Johnson have only just started the job. They're going to need time to figure out how to fix the Canucks. They're going to need time to figure out what the job entails. Like the Twins, like what is their role? Can they do it? We'll see. I think Ryan Johnson's more ready than the Twins are, but we'll see. Canucks fans here says should we go for the Ruck Twins? I don't think we're going to get them. I'm just planning that we're not getting them. And they're smaller. I don't know. Are they going to be great NHL guys? There's a lot of good talent at the end of the first round and the early second. I don't think we're going to get the Ruck Twins. Everyone's kind of in love with them because they're twins and they're, play on the same line. Sonics got robbed. OKC is probably going to be a dynasty. It's fair. Kevin Durant got drafted to the Sonics, guys. How long's he played in the league now? And he just coming back? The Sonics are coming back. When was that announced? It was announced a while ago. Vegas won. They're against the Avs next round. I think Avs are going to win that, but we'll see. The NHL draft lottery meant to discourage tanking to the last. Exactly. And you know what? It did its job. You know that Bettman wasn't wanting the Canucks to win it. You know that. And I don't think he rigged it, but it's designed so you can't tank. The NBA has 8 teams that tried to tank this year. It makes the league worse. You can't have teams intentionally tanking. You can't do that. It wrecks your league. Jack, you know what's funny? Flames fans said their pick would be higher than ours because Vegas finished below the Wild in the standings. Well. Vegas has the 29th pick now. There you go. I don't hate the Golden Knights. I meant Vegas in general because of the Whitecap stuff. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true, man. That's really true. Okay. Guys, I have so much content coming out. There is some real doozies coming out. I was going to make those videos tonight, but because of the press conference today, I wanted to do a video on this. I'm going to call it a night, everyone, but I'm so glad that you came out and supported the channel. This is good stuff. The question is, will this work? Will the Sedin twins and Ryan Johnson lead us to our first ever Stanley Cup? I really hope so. We're going to find out. Thanks for watching. Believe in blue. Let's see where they take this rebuild. And of course, always, we cheer this team on. Go Canucks, go.